welcome back to Valor, and this is episode 12. Today we're going to be doing this lovely path, something I've been alluding to for a very long time on stream, and we're now finally getting around to doing it. Now I'm falling in love with this new mod, so I'm probably going to be using it a lot, but what we're going to be doing today, oh my god, look how good it is, how far out you can see, is this lovely stretch of path from Anne's base, just over there, to spawn. And we are going to basically be transforming it from this kind of dull basic path into something more along the lines of what we've got going on here at my base. Now, the style will be pretty much the same. The only difference is, instead of spruce leaves and a lot of the stonework we've got going on, we're more likely going to be doing something similar to what I've done just for the memorial section we've got going over here, where it's mainly just either spruce kind of fences and just basic azalea. We might throw in some kind of decorational blocks, but we'll kind of decide that when we're doing it. But yeah, that is the plan for today's episode. We are about an hour in, and we have done quite a bit of work. We've still got a long way to go, but the path is starting to take a little bit more shape and starting to blend a little bit better into the environment. The main stuff I've done at the moment is just add in fences, so our eyes have something to follow, and it kind of gives a little bit more direction and, lack of a better word, pathing to our path. But the biggest thing I've probably done, as you've been seeing as we've been going along, I've started adding in a lot of rockery into the pathing areas just to break up the monotonous look of what it currently is, where it's just either a path block, fence, and then dirt. This is like stage one. This is kind of how I do my builds, where I do little bits at a time and kind of add in gradually. I find when I try to rush and get everything done either section by section, or when I do like one big area, I end up making a lot of mistakes. So I'm trying to go a little bit slower this time round. I do like the rocks. However, as with most of my builds, when I'm doing things, I always find once I've done one kind of section, it doesn't quite look right, or it doesn't quite fit in, especially when you compare it to my previous builds when I'm doing paths like here. Once you start getting the greenery in, the kind of decorative blocks, it starts to come together a lot more. Now, I know I haven't done any of the path yet, so we are going to have to be sadly stuck with this kind of, this horrible kind of path color. That'll be it for this part of the update. I'll bring these back once I've got a lot more of the decorative blocks in. I'm probably going to start, bringing in more of the greenery now and start trying to tie this together, as well as some more lights. Once I've done that, I'll bring these back, and we will probably then finish off with doing the actual path, which honestly won't take me too long. It's mainly just going to be packed mud and spruce, I reckon, but we'll see from there. Okay, I'm not going to lie, that took way longer than what I thought. So it's been about 3 hours since like our last update, and so far I've maybe done 40% of what needs doing. Mainly we've just been adding in our boundary blocks and our like hardscape, so all the bushes, all the fences are now in. We've also added in a nice wee water feature. To be honest with you, I was going to do that kind of stuff at the very end. I do like adding detail after I've done the main builds, because otherwise I start putting things in place and then trying to adapt around it, and it never seems to quite work. All we've really got left to do now, for the path at least, is change, that is the wrong box, change all the pathing to packed mud and coarse dirt, as well as a few path blocks. And after that, we can go into the more finer detailing, where we'll start adding in flowers, like pebbles such as the stones and like buttons, and then any other kind of wee details I want to add in. However, I don't know how long it's going to take, so I'll bring you back when it's done. Now, obviously, when I do this, I'm streaming. I'm always streaming on Twitch when I do these episodes, so you might see a little bit of me doing this live. We'll see. See how I feel and if I'm comfortable or not. But I'll bring you back when I'm ready. That took way, way longer than I was planning, and I mean way longer. I honestly thought 2 hours kind of max and we'll be done, but no, definitely not. My judgment is way, way off for this kind of thing. It's been 5 hours, 5.5 hours for this small wee path, but we've put in everything that needs to be done. There's a little bit more detailing work that I need to put in. However, I don't have all the resources for it, so we're just going to kind of leave it. But I think genuinely, from how it was looking at the beginning to how it's looking now, is like it's night and day. The only thing we've got left to do is build the viewing platform, which is going to be going right here. I have a few assets that I've made on creative that we're going to be implementing here, and it should give us a nice view of the tree. But as far as the path is gone, I would say at least 90% if it's done now. Like I say, just a little bit more detailing that I need to add in. Things such as the grass, mainly this tall grass, or not tall grass, tall fern, because I think it looks way better than the taller grass. And once we get more string, we'll add in little details, more along the lines of what we've got over here in our shopping area, such as like these tree saplings. Because if you put a little bit of string on them, they don't grow and they look like amazing little plants. And we'll go and harvest some more small chunky plants as well, or flowers I should say, to make everything look good. But yeah, part of that, the path is done, and honestly I'm really happy with it. I think it ties the base in really nicely. We've now got a path going from the crossroads all the way up to Anne's base, and it looks damn well good. I'm really, really chuffed with it. Like I say, we've got one more bit to do, and I'll bring you back for when we've done that. But for now, I'll catch you in a little bit, and I'll see you when I'm done. Right, so I'm not going to lie to you guys. I kind of got a little bit busy and a little bit carried away, and I have pretty much now finished the entire area. The path is done, and we have built the viewing platform for Anne. Now, this is basically what started the whole path off, was me wanting to do this one little bench that will then look out, and if we switch over to shaders so it's a nice view, which will then look out to Anne's base and her giant tree that she's currently building. This has been in the works since January, genuinely, and I've just been putting it off constantly, but we are finally finished it now, and honestly, I am so happy at the result. Like, look how good this looks. This ortho camera mod honestly makes things look so good, but we've got a nice small wee path coming in here. Links up beautifully with the other path we've done. And it just fits. It like honestly ties this whole wee build that we did into place. And honestly, I'm so happy with it. I've sent Anne a message, so she will probably do the last wee bit of the path. I said to her that I wouldn't do this, so from this straight down, that's all going to be Anne. But for me, that's all today, folks. I've really enjoyed doing this build, and I think it's a wonderful thing that we've now got, and it leads in for our next project where we're going to start making the highway. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.